I'm Tanya Ault, and I have an Aboriginal name which is Dillinga. I'm the mother of two boys, Cameron and Zach. I met their dad in Brisbane, so he's from Inala, he's a Bond from Inala, and so all his mob are down there, and that's all my son's families. And so my journey, as far as all that goes, is it started in Brisbane, and so lived down there for all that time, lived there for 6 years, from 1992 to 1998. Cameron, the eldest boy, was born there, but Zach was born here in Charters Towers, so I've got a Brisbane son and a Charters Towers son. Mental illness was something that had come along since about 2001 when my mum passed away from cancer. That in itself was a battle, and the diabetes was diagnosed after that. So I had been dealing with the depression long before the diabetes had shown itself. So I was actually hospitalised at that time because I'd made an attempt at suicide, and that was the thing that brought the whole thing, brought it to people's attention about what was going on. And when you're in that space in your head at that time, you got no idea what you're doing. I mean, I had two little boys, but at the time it didn't matter, and because of where I was mentally. You know, there is no black and white with depression. It's just, to me, it was always just black, and the white sort of symbolises the light of hope to sort of get into those dark areas in your mind. The day that I found out about it, when they did check my sugar levels, they were up around 18. And they said, "Oh, that is so high." And had that little stent in hospital as well, to get it all under control. And then, I had to be put in contact with the dietitian and the diabetes educator and all that type of thing. And I never lived in denial about it. I knew I'd been living an unhealthy lifestyle for a very long time, and so I was the only person responsible for that, And as far as I was concerned, and I thought, no, it's all well and good to go and see your doctor, and he's never got anything good to say anyway, so how depressing they can be. So I thought, no, next time I come back here I'm going to have some good numbers, and I'll admit I've been we drank, like fairly heavily. Alcohol was a big part in it too, that played its part. And like on the weekends, it was nothing to sit down and get a carton of grog and sit at home and drink, and listen to music all the time, country music, and listen to that. That was a lifestyle, neglect yourself, neglect your health. And now, like I haven't had a drink for years, and I don't need it anymore, because every weekend, every day is always spent in here anyway. Like I just diverted my attention, because this is my healing space, and I need to be in here. And that's how I see it, and this is where I need to be. So this is my medicine, this is how I look after it. I remember walking up, I had 120 kilos or something, or probably a little bit more, and I fought tooth and nail with Richard, because he said, "Oh, come, we'll start going for walks in the afternoon." I think I might have made one lap, and I just practically just rolled on the ground and just started crying. I said, "I'm not doing this ever again." So I picked up a big stink, and I said, "I'm not doing this," and probably threw a few swear words out there too, probably at him. Then he just left it, and he thought, "Oh, well, she don't want to walk, she don't want to walk," didn't make a big deal out of it. And so then I can't remember how much longer after that, but something else had clicked, and I thought, no, I'm going to start going for walks. So then one day was one lap. Then I might not go back to the park for another couple of days, go back up there, another lap. And I'll be like, "Oh, I feel like walking a bit further." So then I walked again. And this went on for probably about a few months. Like I started walking around the park constantly, and then I was finding that I could actually do it and not be puffed out by the end of it. And then I sort of thought, but then I still had high numbers. And then eventually it dawned on me, no, you've got to tackle the food side of things as well as the exercise. And so that's all sort of, I'm still learning, like even after all these years, I'm still learning, about, because I'm getting older, and I'll be 47 this year, so for me, I've got to start taking a lot more extra care. Going to Townsville Hospital, given that it's such a big hospital, and you see the amount of Murrays down there, and I just get so sad, and I think, I just don't want any of my mob to be like that. I just want us all to be happy and healthy. you know, living our lives for ourselves and our kids, and you know, that's why art is so important. I just can't sort of place as enough importance on art and what it does, no matter what age you're at, little people, big people, old people. I just don't want any of my mob to give up. Yes, I have diabetes, but I'm not going to let it like ruin my life and define who I am as a person.